Hello everybody and welcome back to another Clash of Clans video with Logeeny Games. So this is the base that I showed you guys last episode that I'm currently using for farming. Again, primarily trying to prioritize that dark elixir storage and my town hall protection and all of that loot protection, you know, all that good stuff. Man, I love the three-dimensional snow particles. That is so cool. And I love how when you zoom in, like they zoom in a three-dimensional way, and you zoom out and you see more of them. Ah, look at that. It's like I froze time. Ah, so cool. Anyway, enough of that. Here's the base I showed you, and many of you could probably have already told me that this is not that great of a base design. Take a look at what happens to me right as soon as I showed you guys this base layout. I'm going to speed this up just for time. I get air raided, drag raided right away, and they simply plow right through my defenses. Already taking out that first air defense with the lightning spells and just advancing right down the line with no problem at all. And right away they get to my dark elixir storage. I'm so disappointed because they took 2,000 dark elixir that right now I desperately need for my dark troop upgrades. That's all I have left to do at Town Hall 8 is finish up my walls and complete my Valkyrie upgrades, and then I'm going to be ready to move on. But right now you can see these dragons just had no problem coming down, taking my dark elixir, grabbing a good portion of elixir, although not enough quite to justify this attack or to pay for this attack as a farming attack. But look, finally my final air defense comes in, saves the day. The same thing happens when this dragon moves in a little bit closer. And in 4 seconds, 2, 1, pop, you're done. So, really disappointing. Only 1 star, which has really typically been the story with this base, but definitely did not defend well that dark elixir. So, I've gone ahead and I've abandoned this base design and traded it for this one. This is my new farming base, much larger. This is a base design, I believe it's called the Mega Cube, and this is version 2.0. I found it on the Clash of Clans forums. I'll post a link to the author's post down in the description. I forget his name right now. But this base actually has some really compelling features that I'm really excited to see in action. Number one is the spacing between my dark elixir and this outer wall is 4 tiles. And that means that what's her name? The queen is not going to target that dark elixir just because of that spacing. The archer queen will only target 3 spaces over walls. So that extra space right there defends my dark elixir just a little bit more. Also, this outer layer with all of these storages contains no defensive structures, which means that giants will path around it, say from here to here to here, and then they'll target the Tesla. They actually won't turn inside because there's no defensive structures to draw them. So that little, what is this, a storage layer, really kind of serves as an extra level of protection. So this is a great, really kind of compelling base design, very well thought out. I'm very excited to give it a try. Again, here I'll zoom all the way out so you guys can kind of get an idea. Get out of there, little thing. Yes. See, I'm cooking up some dragons because I'm currently trophy pushing, gonna get myself into Crystal League very soon. But as soon as I activated this base layout, look what happens to me right here. Look at this army composition. This is obviously not a farming army, and really the base that I just showed you is designed to defend very well against farming armies. But this is an expensive elixir army. Look at all those wizards, look at those P.E.K.K.A.s, and look at those spells, look at the healers, and this is actually really impressive attack that totally 3-starred me. And again, this base design is not designed to defend against Go Wipe or against war attacks, but it definitely didn't do that well against a trophy pushing attack either. So you saw those wall breakers at the very beginning got destroyed by my Tesla. Great work on my Tesla. And I'll speed this right up along. Already the trap placement showing itself as effective, but look at that jump spell. That jump spell totally defeats the purpose of my storage layer because those giants see the jump spell and path right into the core, and of course right into my dark elixir. which is terrible. But look at the healers. The healers doing a great job keeping the king at full health and then turning over to the queen, keeping the P.E.K.K.A.s healed up. Really good work on part of those healers. Finally, my air defense comes in, takes out that healer toward the top. But really impressive work by the healers. Really, it's because of the healers that this attack ends up being 3 stars. And this final bit of troops up here goes all the way around my base and completes all 3 stars. They definitely make use of the final 30 seconds that's been added to our attack time. If you saw at the beginning of the replay, this is well over a 3-minute attack because they've got to complete the cleanup on this side of the base. But don't forget all of these structures down here. If were this a pre-update attack, this attack would have definitely run out of time. But because they've got those extra 30 seconds, they're able to make their way the rest of the way around, speeding it up here at the end, getting that final star, and again stealing those final trophies from me. But let me just say, I want to talk briefly about the issue of farming at Town Hall 8. Right now, I'm getting bombarded with army compositions just like this, Town Hall 9s that I can hardly hope to ever defend against. As a farming Town Hall 8, I almost need to have a war base layout, but I need my loot right now. So I'm constantly being attacked by these Town Hall 9s, trying to find ways to defend against Archer Queens, to defend against some of those higher level farming armies. Definitely not having a chance of defending that army that you just saw. But that's been the issue with farming right now for a Town Hall 8. There's a lot of loot going to the Town Hall 9s, and because the loot has been so scarce, you're finding people using more and more expensive troop compositions, like this drag raid that I'm about to use. Cost me a hefty amount of dark elixir, or not dark elixir, just elixir. And that means I'm going to have less profit from any loot that I take. Also, the increased amount of nexting. The more we push that next button, the more we're spending gold looking for that perfect loot base, which means that much of the loot that was circulating in the economy is simply disappearing in the cost of farming right now. More expensive army compositions, longer and more nexting, and more loot going to those Town Hall 9s and Town Hall 10s. It's just been a difficult season, especially around gold and silver right now. That's part of why I'm pushing up to crystal, and I'm real excited to get there. I'm almost there, and let me show you one more replay. This just happened, where I finally defended. Look at this top army composition. Finally, a farming army and a Town Hall 9 one at that, and I defended it. So let's take a look, and take a look at that dark elixir number. 3 dark elixir. That's what I like to see. So let's take a look. This is what this base was designed for. Where are they at? Here they come, down here. So right away, my defending troops are coming out and doing a little bit of a draw lure out here. I'm sure they're going to drop that poison spell right there. Taking out my clan troops. Now where are you coming from? Right there. Again, from this side. And some of you may have heard that the most frequently attacked side of any base is going to be that bottom right, simply because most people are right-handed. And this is where your hand doesn't cover the screen. And so you'll find a lot of people attacking from that side. That's just a little bit of strategy for you. And look at these troops going, really being drawn to the outside. Of course, the giants decimated quickly by those mortar fire. And those other little bitty archers and barbarians are hardly getting anywhere with this base. Loving the placement of the defenses, how spaced out this base is. The king getting in there to the core, but quickly getting destroyed. And that finally, all we've got left is a dying archer queen and a dragon. And of course, that Tesla maxed out is going to make quick work. There goes the homing. What is that little trap called? That thing strikes the dragon and takes it out in just a second. So there you have it. This is what this base is meant to do. This kind of army composition, barbs, archers, giants, heroes, even the jump spell didn't get the troops into that core to take out that dark elixir. My dark elixir, well defended, a great 21 trophy boost to my journey up to Crystal 3. Definitely happy with that defense. That was great. And again, this is just what I'm running right now. This is me trying to conserve dark elixir, trying to conserve trophies, trying at least to defend as much of my loot as possible, especially the gold, because I've got so much yet to do to my walls. The only other layout that I've been contemplating right now has been this one. This is another one I've been working on, more of a vertical based design, but again, very centralized Dark Elixir, centralized Town Hall, focusing on defending those two structures most of all. And one of the great things I love about this base is the splash damage coverage. These mortars cover so much space, definitely covering all of my storages, which I love. Of course, the wizard towers placed right near them to defend against goblins and whatever might come at those storages. So this is another base that I have had some good success with. This is just my own design, but I'm not running that right now just because I feel like this base is far better than anything that I could have come up with. So again, take a look at the description. I'm going to post the link to the forum post where this base was posted, just because I've been enjoying it. I think it's well thought through. And who knows, you know, I'm always changing things up and trying things, but I've got to learn how to defend. If I'm going to go to Crystal, I've got to be able to defend, especially against farming armies right now, because everybody's needing it. But more and more armies are getting more and more expensive in order to cope with the difficulty of finding loot right now, and that's just causing the economy to dry up. So there's definitely got to be some balancing. We've got to be able to pay for our armies. And if you can't do that, our economy is just drying up more and more. And you've got these higher town halls grabbing loot and just spending it right away on large purchases, whether it's upgrading expos, all that kind of stuff. Those really expensive walls up at those levels. So I'm hoping that Supercell is soon going to fix the economy. We need a boost. That's going to have to be more than just gem boosting our collectors. We need better league bonuses. We need something, because everything's drying up real quick. So hopefully, though, I've heard Crystal League is going to be better. I'm real excited to go there. I'm about to be there. So once we get there, I'll show you kind of what I'm finding, and we'll be able to talk more about farming at Town Hall 8. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you again soon.